Hey, what's up guys? This is Halfway, broadcasting from around the world in Takhmau, Cambodia. Srenik and I took a trip to one of her friend's weddings. It was like her friend that lives near her parents, and they live out in Takhmau, which is just a little bit outside of Phnom Penh. So we went to the wedding. I went with her, of course, and this is just a little snippet of us at the wedding. So this was actually my first time going to a Khmer wedding, so I was pretty excited, a little nervous, wasn't 100% sure what to expect, but it was really cool. Also, I have the volume from the wedding playing as well in the background as me talking, so you guys can hear like a little bit of like what it sounds like aside from just what it looks like, to give you a little bit more of an auditory experience for what we were doing. But from what I understand, weddings here are a little bit different than for me back home and maybe like other countries. So a wedding here may last maybe 2 or 3 days, where it will be the bride and groom will be there for like those 2 or 3 days. It's like 24 hours a day, but during the daytime and the evening, and they have different little ceremonies and rituals that they do. So this one was, I believe, the last day of the wedding. And we got there a little bit late. We probably got there around like 8:30, so it's in the evening of the last day. And they had like food and drinks, and people just come and go as you please. And the food was really good. The drinks were great. It was me and Srenik there, and it was really cool. But we also got to experience what you're going to see toward the end of this video, which is the bouquet throwing. So again, a little bit different than back home for me. What they do is they throw the bouquet of flowers, and whoever catches it, and I think in my country it's supposed to like represents only the girls that do it, like back home in the US. I'm not sure if this is true in other countries, but basically the girl who catches it is supposed to be the next girl that's supposed to get married. But here what they do is if you catch it, you get an envelope filled with money. I don't know how much money is in the envelope. I'm sure it's at discretion of like the family of the bride and or groom, but it's a little bit of a different prize. Instead of it being like a testimony of the future, it's actual cash that you get, so it's pretty cool. And here is everyone just lining up. We're at like we did this actually at you see them walking around the table here. They walk around 3 times. Srenik and I actually did this at our engagement. Our engagement had some like wedding rituals built into it, because we're going to be living together. Cambodia is like very family oriented, and the culture is a little bit of a strong culture when it comes to traditions of wedding and marriage and people moving in together. So for her and her family to be like kind of looked down upon if she moved in with me prior to us being like married. So during our engagement we did do some of the marriage rituals, again just to be like politically or culturally correct, but you saw them walking around the table, and we also did that one. Now they're going up to the stage to get ready to throw the bouquet, and we're just hanging out watching. Again, I really don't know everything that's going on. We ate a lot of food, drank a lot of beer. I mean, not a lot, but drank some beer and ate some food. And we were at a table, like we just got there and they sat us at a table. We didn't know any of the other people at our table, but they were really cool, really friendly. And again, as I've spoken about in other videos, it's all about the cho moi. It's all about cheersing. So we're all just, cheersing each other and drinking and hanging out. And the venue was like on like down a side street, and then in like almost like a vacant lot. Now in Phnom Penh they actually just passed a law, or it begins in July. It goes into effect in July, that you're not allowed to have weddings in the street anymore. I don't think that pertains to places outside of Phnom Penh as far as I'm aware. But there's good and there's bad to that. I kind of actually like the weddings in the street. I think it's like part of the culture, and it's really cool. I mean, if it's on like a main road, like it backs up traffic, and I get why that's annoying. But it's kind of cool when you're out like riding around your moto and you hear the cool like wedding music, and everybody's so happy out on the street, and it's really cool. But unfortunately, that part of the culture in Phnom Penh is going to be coming to an end. I'm sure some people are happy about it, again, because it can block up traffic a little bit. Or one time there was a wedding in front of my house, which is like a little bit annoying, because to get to my apartment I have to go down like this alley, and in the alley is what they were using for like cooking the food. So it was basically like every day I came home when the wedding was there, I had to go through like it was basically like driving through the kitchen of a restaurant to try to park my moto and get it out of my house. And I get it that it was like a little bit annoying, but I still think it's cool, just this cool cultural thing. And I'm personally a little bit sad that it's going to be ending. But again, I think it's only Phnom Penh, so outside Phnom Penh they'll still do it. Also, it'll make weddings maybe more expensive. I'm planning on getting married soon, and I think having a street wedding in a tent like this one is significantly cheaper than going to like Naga World or Kopek or something, where prices are going to be way more expensive. I'm not sure how that's going to work out now. Again, paying for like a hotel venue or something, I'm sure is much more expensive than paying for a street venue. But who knows? And maybe when we have our wedding, we can just do it in takhmau, assuming that I am correct that in takhmau that kind of thing will not be outlawed. Alright, and then we have this guy up on stage. He's like an officiator for the wedding, I guess. He's telling us what's going on. This guy's still getting ready to throw their bouquet. Family's up there. It's like the bride and the groom and the mom and the dad of each side of the family, giving their blessing to their, I don't know, daughters or sons or brother or sister, whoever all's up here. I don't really know these people. I think I've seen them before when I used to go to Sray Nick's house when she was living with her parents. I think maybe I've met them before. I don't know. I met a few of her neighbors, or her former neighbors. They're a relatively young couple, I think maybe in their early 20s. They seem nice, seem cool. A lot going on. I really like the Khmer like dress for weddings, whether it's the bride or just all the people who go there. For example, Sray Nick was looking great that night, and the women just like, they really dress up and they look like amazing. So if you're a single guy, maybe go to a Khmer wedding and find yourself a nice, beautiful Khmer girl. Alright, so now, finally, we're getting ready for the bouquet. It's like the highlight of the night. Again, there's a cash prize. There's a cash prize available for whoever catches this bouquet, so they might get a little bit rowdy for a minute. This thing goes flying. It's also customary if you get invited to the wedding to, they'll give you like an envelope, and it's like your wedding invitation, but then it also doubles as, you're supposed to put a little, you know, like any other wedding, you're supposed to put a little something in there for them, a little cash to get them on their way for their new endeavor in life. So if you ever get invited to a Khmer wedding, you know, give the bride and groom a little something for their big day. All right, let you guys just kind of hear the sights on this one and see how it goes down. There we go. So, so when he threw it, it broke into a few different pieces, but there was one guy that got the like official one that still had the wrap on it. So he's probably pretty stoked. He's going around showing everybody, hey, look at me, I win. So that's just all that I'm going to show you guys from this event. But it was really cool. I recommend if you ever have the opportunity, go to a Khmer wedding, and hopefully I'll have my own soon. All right, guys, Halfway, broadcasting from around the world, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Peace, guys. Be easy.